Hey everybody, I'm Rob with Anderson Barbecue Supply. Thanks for tuning in. And today we're just going to do something super simple. Here in the St. Paul area, it's about 15 degrees out and there's a wind chill. We're just going to make some super simple ribs. I picked up a pack of baby back ribs from a local grocery store. Nothing special. These are, I guess, what you would call commodity ribs. They're not Compart Duroc like we carry in the store. But today I just thought for fun, we would do basically just like a salt and pepper rib. And I'm not going to wrap it, so no wrap, salt and pepper. I'm going to do low and slow on my K4L drum. I just started the drum a little bit ago, and I'm going to get it to about 215, 225 degrees. We're going to salt and pepper these ribs. We're going to throw them on, and we're going to let them go. I'm guessing it's going to be about 4 to 4.5 hours. But like I said, no wrap. I'll try to mist them with water throughout, and we'll see what we get. There's our baby back rib there. I'm just going to grab some paper towel, kind of dry them off a little bit. We are not going to use any binder. I thought about using a honey mustard habanero binder, or honey mustard habanero sauce that I have, but I decided against it today. We're just going to go straight salt and pepper and try to keep them as moist as possible. A couple salt and pepper options that we have in the store here. We're going to be using Livia's SPG, so salt, pepper, garlic. Not the true traditional salt and pepper, but SPG from Livia's. It's a Minneapolis company. It's been around forever. A ton of restaurants use this. You can see that we sell them in a big 24-ounce bottle, and that's what most of our customers buy because it goes on everything. A couple other options we have here. Frugoni does sell a salt and pepper mixture. Sell quite a bit of those here in the store, as well as Lane's is offering a 16 mesh pepper, 16 mesh pepper in a shaker bottle. So we sell quite a bit of those as well. You can add some salt on top, but today we're just going to go with the Livia's SPG, and we're going to keep it simple. Now, looking at these baby backs, there is a membrane on the back. I'm going to keep them on because that's what I want to do today. I'm just going to score them a little bit. And I'm going to cook these whole. I'm not going to be cutting anything off of here. We're just going to let them go. This isn't for a competition, so we're going to do the backside first. I'm going to give them a nice heavy coat of this SPG from Livia's. Normally, I'd probably let these sit like this for about 15 minutes and then flip them over, but I'm just cooking for myself today. I debated maybe glazing these at the end, and I think what I'll do today is that if they're looking super dry at the end of the cook, I will probably glaze them up with maybe some Texas pepper jelly, some apple or something. But this is what we're doing. So salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic in there from Livia's, and I'm going to do it about 225 on my drum smoker. I already have the charcoal going. We're going to let this sit here for about 45 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes, let it sweat in until we get our temperature regulated out on the smoker, and we'll go from there. Smoker, our K4L Drum Smoker outside here, just outside the door. Got it regulated. It's just under 250, and I'm hoping actually when I throw this in here, it's going to drop a little bit more down to about 225. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. It's about 15 degrees out, and it's super windy here in Minnesota where we are, so I'm going to have to watch this K4L a little bit and make sure that temperature really steadies out for me. So we're going to take this out to the grill and throw it on. All right, the grill's rolling along here at about 225 degrees. We'll throw these ribs right on the center, and we'll put them to bed, and we'll check on them in about 45 minutes. 45 minutes later, we got the ribs rolling nicely, and instead of spritzing with water, I decided to spritz these with duck fat. Add some sweetness and some moisture back into those ribs. Now we let these ribs set for about another 2.5 hours, and here we are at the 3-hour mark. I'm checking the rib internal temperature, and I think you can see on the video here that I hit it at about right about 192 to 195 degrees, but we want to go all the way up to 200, so we're going to let it sit for another half hour. All right, we are at 3.5 hours with these ribs, and 202, 206, 208. Go to the meatier part here. They're probing tender, and that temp's up at 208, 209, 210. So what that means is we're going to pull these guys off. Alrighty, so we got these beautiful baby back ribs here. They actually look really good. They smell really good. Now, again, we didn't put anything on these. I sprayed a little duck fat on them. They're going to be a little crunchy on the backside here. You can see that backside, a little crunchy in some spots. With the weather today, my temp did spike once up to about 325 degrees. So I was a little worried about that. But otherwise, I mean, you can look at those in the camera there. They look really good. And again, we didn't put anything on these bad boys. So I'm actually going to let these sit for probably about 10 minutes. I don't want to cut them right now, but I'm going to let them sit for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to cut them, and we're going to see how we did. All right, so we've let these ribs sit now for about 10 or 15 minutes. You can always let them sit longer, but I'm just letting them out here on the counter, obviously. We did not take the membrane off, if you remember. We seasoned them with just Livia's SPG, and we just set them on the grill. We set them on the K4L Drum Smoker. I was shooting for about 225 for 4 hours. What happened was because of the wind today, the drum spiked once up to about 325, and this cook took about 3.5 hours. The internal temp on these ribs is anywhere between 202 and 209, which is what you're looking for. So I'm going to cut a couple of these up and see what we get here. So obviously they're a little crunchy. We did not wrap them, and that's okay because you can do ribs tons of different ways. So got these, we'll flip them over here. They look really good, so a little bit of a smoke ring on there. They got good juice in there. I don't know if you can see that, but try to give you a shot of that. And again, these are baby back ribs, so a little smaller, but they look really good. Let's give it a try. Wow, that is really good. Decent little bite there. You know, a lot of times we have people come into the store and they're allergic to something. What I always do is I point them in the direction of like a salt and pepper rub on ribs or even pork butt, and then seasoning at the end with like a Texas pepper jelly or a Cosmos barbecue glaze, which you could absolutely do here, like apple or apple habanero would add a little bit more flavor. But these turned out really, really good. And all we did was SPG, salt, pepper, garlic on these ribs. Nice little smoke to it. I did throw a piece of oak. Sorry, nice little smoke to it. I did throw a piece of oak onto the drum. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but we did use Jealous Devil Briquettes today in the smoker. And I'm going to have myself some dinner. If you're looking for something simple, you could do this in a pellet grill as well. But about 3.5 hours, like I said, my temp spiked a little bit, and that's okay. And these are delicious. Please, if you like our videos, please like, subscribe, share them with others, and we'll keep pumping them out and give you the best barbecue we can. Thanks for tuning in.